Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Rebels Radio. We're here today at the Rushmore Community Stadium here in Farnborough for today's Evo Stick Southern Premier League match between Farnborough and Slough Town FC. Good afternoon to you all. Welcome to Rebels Radio, brought to you by our two sponsors. It's My FC, the online football community. You can find more about them if you go onto the Pichero website and search My FC. And also our other supporters are the Slough Town Supporters Trust, and we thank both of those for their continued support. The Supporters Trust have been in the news yesterday with the Slough barrel roll, I can't even say it now, barrel roll, which was for charity for the Teenage Cancer Trust, and some of the participants from the trust rolled a barrel between several pubs, had a drink in each pub, did some fun games and raised some money for charity. So that was yesterday. Today we are back to the football, so hopefully we are all well and good and you can hear us, and hopefully we won't have any of the problems we had on the other day. Just to say, if you do want to get in contact with us here, you can do. You can contact us on Twitter. It's at MyFC Rebels Radio. And if you are listening via the YouTube, there is a chat bit. If you're listening, you should go down. It says comments. You put your comments through and you can chat to other people who are listening and commenting, and it will come through to us here. And if the computer works, we may well even look at some of those. But we'll start those up 5 or 10 minutes into the actual broadcast, just so we don't want to overrun the computer. The poor computer's getting old in its old age, so hopefully we're going to be working for today. I'll run through the two sides with you. There's a full fixture list in the Evo 6 Southern Premier today, and I'll run through those teams games with you shortly. So just to give you some information for the up and coming games, the next game for Slough is next Saturday. It is a Saturday game. It's the FA Cup away to Berkhamsted, and the supporters coach will be leaving St Joe's at 1 o'clock. The price hasn't been agreed yet, I believe, but I doubt if it'd be more than £10. So if you are planning on going on the supporters coach, you can do that. And then we've got the next game after that will be Dunstable at home. So that will be the next home game for the Rebels. So I'll run through the two sides with you, starting with the home side, which is Farnborough FC in the yellow and blue shirts. They're kind of a description of it is they've got yellow and blue stripes going across, yellow down the side, and then blue sleeves. Slough will be in there all blue. For Farnborough, in goal is Luke Carney, 2 James Hammond, 3 Nick Hutchins, 4 Jake Evans, 5 and captain is Josh Huggins. Okay, apologies there, we lost the broadcast, and we'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully that won't go on, and I'll try to jack the computer up so it doesn't get hot. Hopefully we'll keep an eye on that one. So I'll run through those stars again, starting with the Farnborough FC side for you. In goal is 2 Luke Carney, 2 James Hammond, 3 Nick Hutchins, 4 Jake Evans, 5 and the captain is Josh Huggins. 6 is Keith Emerson, 7 Glenn Southam, 8 Connor Coolcutt, 9 Jamie Curtin, 10 Perry Coles, and 11 is Nick Cardini. Substitutes for Farnborough: 12 Dan Walker, 14 Matt Bunyan, 15 Chris Regis, 16 Matt Roberts, and 17 is the goalkeeper Aidan Upward. For the Rebels, in goal is Jack Turner, 2 Josh Jackman, 3 George Wells, 4 Guy Hollis, 5 and captain is Mark Nisbet, 6 Sean Fraser, 7 is James Dunn, 8 Simon Dunn, 9 Gavin James, 10 Brad Watkins, and 11 is Matt Lynch. Substitutes for the Rebels: 12 Alan Inns, 14 Nathan Smart, 15 Warren Harris, 16 Chris Flood, and 18 is Manny Williams. So those are your two.
Number 2, Josh Jackman. Number 3, George Wells. Number 4, Guy Hollis. Number 5 and the captain is Mark Nisbet. Number 6, Sean Fraser. Number 7, James Dobson. Number 8, Simon.
Right, good afternoon. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We hopefully are back. How long for? We shall guess, but we'll see how it goes. Just running through the teams here with you for you. I'll run through some of the other games in the EvoStick Southern Premier today. It's Bishop Stortford versus Biggleswade, Chesham versus Kings Langley, Dorchester versus Weymouth, Dunstable versus Banbury, Frome versus Tiverton, Gosport versus Basingstoke, Hereford versus Merthyr, Hitchin versus Royston, Kettering versus St Neots, St Ives versus Kings Lynn, and Stratford versus Redditch. So those are the other games in the league, and I'll run through the two sides with you again, starting with the home side. In goal is Luke Carney, 2 James Hammond, 3 Nick Hutchins, 4 Jake Evans. Okay, hopefully we're back, and we'll see how long this continues for, so apologies. We have just missed the start of the game. It's still 0-0 here, a couple of minutes into the game. Slough fans making some noise behind the goal on that far hand side. And it's throw on the far hand side for Slough. It's going to be Guy Hollis to take this, around about 25 yards away from the Slough Farnborough goal. And okay, good afternoon. So apologies about this for the second game run. We seem to be having the same problems that we were having before. So we're just going to keep our eyes on this and hope that we can last a little bit longer. Still 0-0 here, and Farnborough have just had a shot wide on that far hand side of the goal. It's a goal kick to Slough with Jack Turner taking this. Turner just long kick down the field, trying to find Gavin James. Gavin James up against Huggins. Huggins with the header away. Huggins comes as far as Hollis. Hollis with the ball forwards, trying to find Lynch. Beaten to the ball by Hutchins, but it comes here towards Simon Dunn. Dunn cuts inside. Plays the ball here towards James, but it's cut out. And then it's hooked clear by Cardini. And out for a throw to the Rebels, around about 5 or 6 yards inside the Farnborough half. It's still 0-0. We've played 5 minutes. Quick throw here by Jackman finds Watkins. Watkins starting up front for the Rebels today. In back towards Jackman and Watkins. Ball comes off Jackman last and goes out for a throw to the home side Farnborough, which will be taken by Hutchings, the left back. And Hutchings just went in for a little bit of movement from his side, trying to play it in. Headed away by Josh Jackman. Ball played forwards, and it's a race here between Huggins and Gavin James, but Huggins just sees the ball and it's gone out for a goal kick. So the goalkeeper Luke Carney, dressed all in red here for Farnborough, and you're just placing the ball down here for this goal kick. Everyone comes over to the right hand side of the pitch near our commentary position as he looks to take this long kick down the field. It's going to be aimed towards Lynch. Lynch wins the first header, comes off him and goes straight out of play for a throw to Farnborough on the halfway line. And it's going to be, I can't see anything because people are just standing in the way. It looks like Hutchins with the throw, aimed on the far hand side, headed away by Jackman, then comes towards Watkins. Watkins plays the ball to Fraser. Fraser playing centre mid today, plays the ball over the top for Gavin James. Gavin James in a tussle there with Josh Huggins, and it's a free kick to Slough inside the centre circle of the Farnborough half. And it looks like it's going to be Dobson that will come across to take this for Slough. As Nisbet, no, it's not going to be Dobson. They're going to leave this one, I think, for Sean Fraser to take. So Fraser playing centre midfield today. Josh Jackman back in right back, and it will be Fraser that will take this free kick for Slough. Just a foot inside the centre circle, inside the Farnborough half. Chips the ball forwards to the far post. It's headed on by Watkins, and Nisbet tries to get there, but he's beaten to the ball by Huggins, and then it's come back here towards Southam. Southam under pressure gives it towards Hammond. Hammond with the clearance down the field, but only plays it out of play for a throw to the Rebels, about 10 yards inside the Farnborough half. And it will be, they're going to put it a little bit forwards, and the referee just making Slough go back a little bit here. It's going to be Guy Hollis again with a long throw into the box for Slough. This one's around about 30 odd yards away from goal, so this is going to have to be some throw to get it into the box. Gets it into the box, comes off the head there of Evans and goes straight out of play for another throw to Slough. This one's around about 15 yards away from the corner flag, so a little bit closer there for Slough. And again, a long throw will come into the box again from Hollis on that far hand side. Hollis plays it into the box. It's gone through to everyone. Comes through to Nisbet. Nisbet tries to flick it on. Did he get a touch? No, it's not gone out of play. It's kept in here by Lynch. Lynch being forced wide to the corner flag. Tries to turn Hutchins. Plays it off Hutchins for a hopefully we're back on. It's a corner to Slough. It's been headed away here by Farnborough. Comes as far as Lynch. Lynch will play the ball back here towards Fraser. Fraser just looks up, trying to play the ball back into Hollis. Hollis beats the goalkeeper to it, and it's headed away though by Emerson. And Dobson will try and keep it in. He's just going to let it roll out for another corner, but almost headed off the line there by Keith Emerson for Farnborough from a Guy Hollis header. Beat the goalkeeper, but it's another corner. This will be an in-swinging corner for Slough. Dobson will be the player that stands over this. And just a bit of movement coming in through the box from Slough. Poor corner, headed away easily by Cardini. Back out for another corner to Slough. And just again, Dobson will be wanting a better delivery on this corner. Last one didn't beat the post. Man on the near post, sorry. And apologies for the lack of sound that we're having as Dobson plays the ball deep into the box. Free header at the far post. Goes through, and it's a goal to Slough. Matt Lynch with the goal. And it comes on 10 minutes. It's a goal for Slough. Hollis with the header across the field at the back post there. And it's come all the way through, and literally from a yard out, Matt Lynch scores. And Slough take the lead here. And it's 10 minutes into the game. Matt Lynch with the goal. Our apologies that we're having a few problems with the sound yet again. We're just trying to see if we can do our best to keep it going. So we haven't opened any of the chat rooms up or Twitter yet, unfortunately. So apologies if you are losing a little bit of the sound quality, but we'll see if it will hopefully carry on now for the rest of the game. Just waiting for Farnborough to give the ball back for the start, and yeah, they're giving it as the 11th minute for that goal. So that goal coming in the 11th minute, not the 10th minute, but still Matt Lynch with the goal. Farnborough take their kick quickly, aimed for Coolcott, headed away by Jackman. Comes here quickly to Cardini, but his ball is over hit and goes through to to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. Just gathers it on the edge of his penalty area and looks to try and get Slough on the attack quickly here with the ball played on the far hand side, looking for Dobson. Dobson gets a flick on here past Hammond and is chasing the corner here for Brad Watkins. Watkins here up against Josh Huggins. Watkins just with the ball. Can't see there's a big wooden iron girder in the way. Ball played forward. Okay, apologies again that we were having a problem with some sounds, and Slough have just hit the crossbar with a effort from a free kick, and it's still 1-0 to the Rebels, and hopefully we're just going to see how long we can try and survive on the sound for, and just not a lot we can do, unfortunately. The computer's a little bit old and it doesn't like the heat, unfortunately, which is why it's overheating and turning itself off, but we're going to try and see if we can keep this going on. Goal kick here by Farnborough, aimed up towards Coolcott, headed away by Nisbet. Ball on the far hand side, trying to be kept in by Southam, but it comes off him. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back again. What we might do then is we might just turn this off and start again. The play has actually been stopped because of there's an incident with a Slough fan over on the far hand side, and we're just waiting to see what happens. Both sets of players are having a water break, and some quick reactions there from both sets of medical staff here at the ground, and the game has just been stopped. Super Kev's just come back that someone's collapsed on that far hand side, and we're just hoping that they'll go. What we might do then is if it carries on going, the sound, what we might do is just call it quits and set up another broadcast, very much like we did at St Ives. We're just going to try and keep the computer away from the being warm, unfortunately. It's just the hot weather just doesn't like it at the moment, but we're going to see if we can carry on. It's still just 1-0 to Slough with that goal coming on 11 minutes from Matt Lynch, and just looks like the person who's collapsed is just being taken around the pitch. We're going to see if we can carry on for a little bit and see how it goes, and we'll just see what's going on. So we're just going to wait for play to start. I think the referee's happy for play to start in a second, and it will restart with a goal kick for Farnborough FC, and it's just it's going to be the goalkeeper Kearney to take this goal kick, and Kearney just launches a long ball forward here, trying to find Cardini up against Lynch. Lynch wins the first header. Watkins runs into Hutchins there, but the referee's given a free kick for a foul by Lynch. Actually, he's given it for the foul by Watkins on Hutchins. Hutchins with a quick ball here, trying to find Curtin. Headed away well by Hollis. Comes through to Lynch. Lynch under a bit of pressure, just plays it back to his ankle. A bit of a bubble there, and Turner takes it down, but clears well for the Rebels. Trying to find Gavin James. Headed away though well by Huggins. And then the ball goes into the centre midfield. It comes back out here towards Hammond. Hammond with the ball forwards, trying to find Curtin on that far hand side. Curtin up against George Wells. Wells holding him up there. Referee says the ball has gone out of play, and it's a corner, is it, or a goal kick? What's he given here? Just trying to see what he's given. I think he's actually given a free kick to Farnborough on the far hand side for a foul by George Wells. So it'll be a free kick for Slough to defend from Farnborough. And Curitan has gone over to take this free kick. I think they're going to leave it for Cardini to be the player to take. And it's Cardini. It's almost right by the corner flag, so it'll be very much like a corner. So whips into the box. It's headed off there to the far post where it comes to Emerson. Emerson gets his ball across. Foot away there by Watkins to try and clear it. It's again only as far as Hutchins, but Hutchins can't control it properly. It's gone out of play for a throw to Slough halfway inside their own half. And there's a little bit of a injury here to Mark Nisbet, which I think the referee's just going to stop the play for. So okay, so apologies, we are back, and what we might going to do then is just if it cuts out again, what we're going to do is just reset up a new broadcast and see if that's any more help. Don't know what's going on. It's still 1-0 to Slough here after we've played 21 minutes. It's going to be about 20 minutes, I guess, because of the stoppage there, as Hollis heads the ball away, goes through here towards Lynch. Lynch trying to find Watkins. Watkins flicks the ball on, trying to find the chase of Gavin James, but Gavin James here up against Emerson. Emerson plays the ball here to Cardini. Cardini up against Lynch. Back towards Hutchins. Hutchins with the ball forward, high into this glorious sunny day here. Headed away by Hollis. Lynch beaten to the ball by Colcott, and then Hollis just heads the ball back to Turner in the Slough goal. And Turner will just wait here for Coles to chase down, and just looks to pick the ball up and then play the ball long here, aimed for Lynch. Lynch up against Hutchins. Comes off the head of Hutchins and comes out for a throw to Slough, level with the 18-yard box. And we'll see, it's going to be Hollis that's going to come forward to take this long throw into the box for Slough. So already hit the crossbar as well, so They've had a couple of chances. Farnborough haven't really had an effort on goal so far in this first half. Wallace just making sure that he's taking